Hi, this is Dan Stewart, and this is your NORAM Asset Management Market Update, Tuesday, October 19, 2010. Well, the rally may be over. The Dow was down 165 points to 10,978. The S&P was down 18 to 1166, and the NASDAQ was down 13 to 2436. All the major indices were down between 1.5% to 2%. Oil, the big loser of the day, took it on the chin, down $3.47 to $79.60, or a little over 4% today. Gold was down $38.90 to $13.32 and change, almost 3% on the day. 5-year treasuries, 1.097, 10-year 2.475, and 30-year 3.9. Yields were down and prices were up. It was a broad-based sell-off on the stock and commodities markets today. Bonds were the only hiding place. The US dollar was stronger against the euro, the yen, and the pound, all three major currencies. The markets took a bite out of Apple today, and IBM followed suit. Both lowered their guidance going forward, and the markets did not like that. Over in Europe, it was down across the board with basic resources leading the way. The European markets didn't like the fact that China is raising their short-term interest rates and putting the brakes on. Most of the Asian countries were up overnight on Citibank's strong earnings yesterday, and their bank sector led the way. China was up over 4%. Hong Kong was up 1.25%. Most of the countries over there were up around 0.5%. The two bucking the trend, though, were South Korea and Taiwan, high-tech heavy countries. They didn't like the news about Apple and the technology sector. They sold off. Investors are worried about asset bubbles in emerging market countries, Asia and South America. Even the emerging markets countries themselves are worried about it. And Brazil is putting a foreign investment tax on investors. South Korea is putting currency controls on, and even China is raising their short-term interest rates. So if the emerging markets start putting the brakes on around the world, what is this going to mean for our investment money, but more importantly, our economic recovery? Does everything have to depend on Bernanke? However, in my opinion, this pullback will give you an opportunity to move into some more commodity and energy-related companies. This has been Dan Stewart for your NORAM Asset Management Market Update, Tuesday, October 19th, 2010.